Hi folks, I'm Ilona and today I have this cute little design for you. It is quite simple and elegant, so I guess it would be suited for a man's pendant, or if you just want something with less swirls or whatever, razzle dazzle. So to start, I have a little cabochon here. I quite like this design with a small cabochon, but I'm sure it'll be fine with a big one if you want. Get your 3 pieces of square wire, at least 8 length of your cabochon. There is a slight difference in how we make a frame, because if you, if you can see here, the frame is connected in a different way. So it starts there. I mean, the bail starts here, and then it goes to the front and secured around the frame, not in the usual way. So basically, the back wire, the wire that's the back of your cabochon, is actually the bail that goes to the front. So I am going to make my frame, leave a little space here, there, tie the wires together, and then I'll come back to you and you can see what I do after that. That's it done. Your bail can be as long or short as you want, it doesn't really matter, but you do need a little bit of wire left here to secure it around. Now, instead of actually forming the bail, we'll secure the stone first. So I'll do it as usual. Back first. And see if it moves like this. You need to make sure this kind of goes back to align with the frame. So it can be wonky here, it doesn't really matter much, but yeah, you need to make sure these are aligned, because obviously it's a see-through. Now I'll do that on the front, carefully. Okay, looks about right. So here I have the base of the pendant. What I will do next is bring the bail down. I will just use my thumb for it because the copper is so soft it doesn't really need a lot, but you can always use a tool if you need to. Yeah, squish it, and kind of like this. Now I'll just take these guys and move them out of the way a little bit to the sides. Now I will deal with the back wires. So I will take the back 2 wires and put them through here. For this, I will just really tightly bring these back, both of them. And you can just kind of take it and push it through. It's okay if they come out wonky. We don't really need a lot of them when we need a short length. Yeah, make sure that left is to the left and right is to the right, obviously. And at the back, see, there's a lot of space, so we'll just squish it with the pliers. But careful, try not to damage anything else. Okay. I'll check that on the right side. Yes, this is left, this is right. And now I can decide where they're going. So how deep I want my, or low, let's say, I want my bins to be. So let's say I want these ones to be a bit closer. Like so. There's no right or wrong, really. You just need to see where you like the look of. Kind of like this. And we will bring them back, but we will not secure them for now. Twisting a little bit. And trim these ones if they're too long. I'll keep a generous length just in case. Sometimes it's helpful. Got a bit of loose wire there, so I'm stick it in. Okay, so now we'll make these elements and secure them to the frame first, and then secure all the other wires under them. To do that, what did I do here? Okay, I will bring this one forward carefully, like leaving a little, making a little loop like this, parallel. Then hold this down, take this wire and start rotating it. Readjust, continue rotating, readjust, continue. Okay, this is a bit too big, I think, so I'll use my pliers to squish it. Let's see how it looks. Looks good. So I can secure this side. So this one has to be on the very top. You have to secure it in a way that there's enough space for all of them. So I'll bring this one kind of more up, trim it. Let's say a little bit too long here. I'm trying to be under the camera So I'll just take this end with the pliers and tuck it in. Tuck it in, make sure it's there, squish it. Okay, this one is done. Then I'll take the second one. This is probably too long, so I can try to push it in a little bit more. That's okay. Trim it, it's also a bit too long. When you trim things, make sure to put your thumb over whatever you're trimming, because these ends like to fly violently. So again, tuck it in, squish it. That was too much squish. See, things moved, so I will go a bit gentler. Okay, this is better. Now I'll take this one, and you can put it as low or as high as you want. So you can either do one wrap, or you can put it through and make a third wrap. So here you see, this is just, I did one wrap and secured it around there. We can make another wrap. There's enough. I think there's enough space for it. Yeah. So for that, if you just want one wrap, you will cut it and trim it. But we will do another wrap. You know, I don't actually like the look, so I will just trim it there inside. Voila! Oh, sorry, I keep moving my hands. Squish carefully. Okay, so now we need to make sure the other side is symmetrical, which is the hardest part, I suppose. So I'll bring this wire forward as well. You might find it easier to use a round nose plier and just put it on kind of the same height, I guess. It's hard to see, and just squish it down. It doesn't have to be like identical. It's not really visible if they're not, you know, 100% identical, because obviously no one's gonna stare at it like that to see what's it like. And now the same, I'm gonna bring it down, or up in this case, because I'm rotating it. There. They're kind of same height, I guess. I will take the same way, I will hold it and start rotating. Check that it looks about right. So secure this one first. It's too high. Yeah, that looks about right. bring it here, trim, tuck. It got stuck. Pull it up a little. Now the second one, hold it here, bring it to the side. I guess looks about right. Hold it, check. It's a bit uneven, so you can either use your pliers to move it or just whatever. As I said, it's not going to be that visible. Trim, tuck. Okay, see the ends are visible from the other side. If you're oxidizing, they won't be as visible. It's just going to be all black. But if you are working with silver, they will stick out. So what you do is you lift the end a little bit and trim it like 1 millimeter or so. That's better. And you can also move your ends up, just like grab them with pliers and move them a little bit up. Not move, like turn them. And now secure the last one. Let's see how it's looking. Looking good. Trim, might be too long, but yeah, probably too long. But it's better to cut longer, because if it's too short, you won't be able to tuck them, and you'll have to pretty much redo your pendant because it will be a sharp end. Okay, so this is what happened. This is what I made. You can use your pliers to shift things around. Ooh, but don't do this, because then it pushes things out. Just make sure everything stays in place. Squish these ones tighter if you want. Not necessary. So here I put a little bead there, attached it here. See, regarding beads, it's something you'll have to figure out yourself, because some people like using flat half round wire, some people like using really thin round wire. Really depends on your preferences. Also, the place you attach it also depends on where you have space. So like, it might be this wire, it might be this, it might be you might be able to attach it to the frame. It really depends. It's something you just have to try and figure out on your own. So here's the pendant. See, it's a bit like, this is a bit not identical, but as you can see, once it's oxidized, like for example, see, this is also not identical, but when you're looking at it like this, it's really hardly noticeable. You will see symmetry is really, really hard, actually, like making things totally identical. And you get obsessing over it, you start using your pliers to straighten it, then you scratch it, then you have to remove the scratches, and yeah, it's better to just keep practicing and don't get too frustrated if it's not identical on both sides. Symmetry is very hard. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions. And as always, thank you for being here. Bye!